Now, you have a couple quotes here. We're coming up on an hour here, but I want you to
Yeah.
touch on them. There's a quote from Thomas Aquinas and a quote from St. Robert Bellarmine. Can we
Yes,
camp on those a little bit, because those are powerful?
definitely. So yeah, this now we're going to try and transition into what should our response be as Catholics if the Pope tries to cancel the traditional Latin Mass, even though objectively speaking, he doesn't have the authority to do that. But what if he tries to do that?
Okay.
Um, First, we'll go with St. Thomas Aquinas about fraternal correction. This is in the part of the Summa that deals with fraternal correction. And St. Thomas says, if the faith were endangered, and indeed it is with these radical changes and trying to get rid of the received and approved Roman rite, if the faith were endangered, a subject ought to rebuke his prelate even publicly. Hence, Paul, who was Peter's subject, rebuked him in public on account of the imminent danger of scandal concerning faith. And as the gloss of Augustine says on Galatians 2:11, this is Augustine speaking, Peter gave an example to superiors that if at any time they should happen to stray from the straight path, they should not disdain to be reproved by their subjects. End quote. So that's Thomas Aquinas in the Summa.
Yes, and people are going to say, well, you can rebuke your prelate publicly, but I mean that's just like your bishop. No, the example that Thomas uses is Paul rebuking Peter. Peter was the
Mm-hmm.
pope. So the quote
Yep.
here, Thomas Aquinas, is not just talking about rebuking your priest, your pastor, a deacon, your local bishop. The example he gives is rebuking Peter, the pope.
That's right. That's right. And the other quote that we have in this regard of legitimate resistance of tyranny or heresy is from St. Robert Bellarmine, the great doctor of the church, who was, I think, present, at least for some of, well, I guess he was too young to be at the Council of Trent itself, but he did a lot of work after the council, combating the Protestant heretics and such. So this is what he wrote in his work on the Roman Pontiff, Book 2, Chapter 29. Just as it would be lawful to resist a pontiff invading a body, so in other words, threatening physical harm, so it is lawful to resist him invading souls or disturbing a state, and much more if he should endeavor to destroy the church. And I would say that trying to destroy the Roman rite of the traditional Roman rite is an attack on the church herself, definitely. So Robert Bellarmine goes on to say, I say it is lawful to resist him by not doing what he commands and by blocking him, lest he should carry out his will. Still, Bellarmine says, it is not lawful to judge or punish or even depose him because he is nothing other than a superior. So, this is
Wow.
really where we get the idea of recognizing the Pope is the Pope while also resisting
Right.
illegitimate commands and decrees, etc.
Yes, and a lot of traditionalists in the sedevacantists world are constantly criticizing us and saying, "Recognize, resist is heresy. Recognize and no, recognize and resist is right there in Saint Robert Bellarmine. If you actually take time to read the Doctor of the Church, Robert Bellarmine, he says
Hmm.
it is lawful to resist him if he's invading souls or disturbing a state. Much more so if he should endeavor to destroy the church. This actually holds out the possibility that a pope could do things that would actively destroy the church. And it
Hmm.
doesn't take a genius to realize that Francis has not been constructive, but destructive over these past many
Yes.
years. And that's just talking about the liturgy,
Yes.
not to mention a bunch of other stuff.